Hi guys, welcome back to our show today. And first of all, I want to thank you so much for watching. Every time we upload this, thank you so much for being a great support and watching our program. And kama kawaida, we expect your comments to hear more from you guys. Now we continue. Na karibu sana Alfie.
Kama kawaida.
Kama kawaida, we have you here.
Thank you.
Karibu sana.
And thank you for the audience.
Thank you so much guys, by the way. We appreciate the love and the support. And today we have another guest.
Yes, our second guest, I believe. This is our second guest.
Yeah, second guest. So, welcome Pasi.
Yeah! Karibu sana.
Karibu sana hapa Fyetuka.
Asante.
On fire.
On fire.
Oh.
Karibu sana.
I'm on fire already.
You're on fire.
Kuisha, hivyo. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, karibu.
Asante sana. It's nice to be here.
Yeah,
my name is Ricky. Watu wengi wananitanga Pastor Rabbit, Teacher Rabbit, Sungura, sijui kwa lugha zingine wanitanga waje. But yeah, and I'm also a youth pastor here at Lakeview Africa Gospel Church, and it's great honor to be part of On Fire. Yeah, nilikuwa nikisikia on fire, nasikia chomeka hivi najiuliza what's up.
Sasa leo ndio wewe, leo umefika.
Kidogo by the hapa
kuna vile
kuna venye inaanza kumelt. Chapel joto.
Don't worry.
Na kwa hiyo moto, please tell us more about yourself, especially about your personality, how you
I'm what I would give in summary like an extrovert. You know, I'm an outgoing person. I love I am more if you give a summary, I am one person who can stay indoors for a whole morning, and then in the afternoon I am nowhere to be seen because I'm where people are, you know. The life of the party, if you'd like to say that, just energy everywhere around, except when now the energy is low, you know. Hakuna glucose.
Glucose
kisha ni hivyo. We either renew or we stop. And more of like I am very protective, you know. I am very protective to be able to just like, I'm so close to my people. Like if I have friends around me, I can, but please don't try it. I can jump ahead of a bullet for you, you know.
Well, you've been looking for a person to jump in front of a bullet.
And then later on you realize by the sijui kama ninge jump after the injury. Yes. Yeah, we are the people whom when you tell us let's go, especially if it's somewhere, we are going, and then we ask where. But
after you've arrived.
As long as the car is moving, we are going. So I think that's me.
That's you.
Yes.
And when we were talking about you and getting to know you more closer, we realized that you are an ENFP.
The champion. He's actually called the champion.
Yeah,
exactly. And you see, he's just said he'll jump in front of the bullet for you. So already he's the champion. He's a champion.
And as you're explaining yourself,
yes,
as you say that you're people-centered, and now you're an ENFP. You're out there for people. You're very protective. Part of you is you feeling. You realize what people need, and you jump out there. So how does it work out for you?
It works out well, but now there are two sides of the coin as always, you know, because the beautiful thing that I love is like you always want to be there. Like somebody has, I can easily cry because you cry, you know, but not, if I say something wrong, I am not able to cry, you know. I just be like, let's go. But if you start crying, I'll be like, okay. Getting emotional over here, you know, on fire, just like the name. And so it works for me in that particular manner where you become empathetic with people, because there's so much, everyone is doing their own kind of thing, you know, but not so many people want to be there to listen, to walk with, to be able to just, you know, be there, you know, ministry of presence, be there, listen, and as much as I like to talk, there are also moments where I just want to listen and be able to know that at least you have a shoulder to lie on. Hata kama ni kadogo, unajua. So, but now on the other side is, sometimes you ask yourself, okay, so when you have your own stuff, where do you go to? Sometimes that's the other side of the coin, where you're like, you are all out there, and people always expect, people always expect that you're all sugar, spice, and everything nice, So when you are on the low, you're just like, this one, moody.
People won't really realize when you're that low.
Yeah, of course, because you become everything. That's just like what the Bible says: become everything for everyone for the sake of Christ, and then you lose yourself. Yeah. So I think that's the different side of it. So it works for me in that particular manner. But I have learned to be able to just find somebody whom can be able to confide in.
That's important. You're not, as much as you're out there for other people, you're not walking alone. So that's where you get your energy from.
I mean, also being a Pasi, you want to practice what you tell other people. If you tell other people that go outside and find somebody you can be able to talk to, you also don't want to be like do what I'm saying but don't do what I'm doing. So it's more of like, can I go outside and ask people and just be able to be there? So it's a bit hard because you kind of have a feeling like what an judge, and then all of a sudden now in front of those people I cannot be myself, all sugar, but it helps because then you are also you are allowed to be vulnerable. True.
So you're saying even for pastors, it's important for them to know their strengths and where to run to, so that they can be filled more and be able to give out.
I mean, that's actually a beautiful question in the sense of there are many pastors outside there, and the biggest question is always who pastors the pastor. Because everyone brings it on. Brings it on, and as much as you want to also allow take them to the cross, there's the place of confess your sin one to another. There's a place of forbearing with one another. But now everybody wants the pastor to bear with them, but they do not want to bear with the pastor. So it is, and in our African culture, because this is my total personal understanding of the pastor is everything, Pastor akishakuja hapo yeye ni nasi, ni daktari, yeye ni nini, and then at the end of the day you kind of now move on. So if the pastor becomes vulnerable, all of a sudden you're like, okay,
people shy away. They don't even know how to.
They do not know. And for me, if I'm to change the mentality of people, I would say, call me Ricky first, and then Pastor Ricky, who is a pastor, because now when you put my title first, obviously you have just blocked it. You have blocked everything, so that I am more of a pastoral, administering pastoral roles, but not becoming myself
as an individual.
The title shouldn't overshadow who you are. So that people can easily associate with you.
True. You don't associate with the title, Don't come associate with me because you see me on stage. Associate with me because of the real me, And when you do that, well, you'll get all sugar, spice, and everything, and then a bit of salt, kidogo, you know where it is.
Okay, now something I wanted to maybe clarify a bit on Ricky, because we said he's an ENFP. But you see, now what we did not tell the audience is the character trait of an ENFP.
What ENFP is.
Exactly, because now Ricky, the one thing we've already picked up is extroverted. That one, without a doubt, Ricky tunajua yeye ndio ule msee kwa crowd too. You don't need to look for him. But now when you look at his other traits or whatever else he has said, you'll notice he's intuitive. He's also feeling.
And that is how he's able even
to minister. Now he's able to bring these people closer to him. Then he perceives what these people are. So when you look at those traits, basically that is Ricky for you.
That is.
So hapo ndo pale tunasahau alikuwa kitu Ricky alafu tuanza na Pasi kwanza. And the way he's complaining about.
A jump.
Yes, exactly. Now we forget everything else, tunasema ni Pastor Ricky. So that's an EFNP personality. People centered, like the way he's already said it himself.
He is.
He's people centered.
I feel like you're taking off the cape,
No, that is the idea of the show. Because now we are supposed to show you. Because like we said previously, even if you look at the other shows we've done, we've said people don't don't know who they are. People don't know their personality traits.
True.
So it's only a matter when we start talking, that's when you realize, okay, wait a minute, now that is me they are talking about. And you see, like now the way you've said it, you jump in front of the bullet, but this has come after you've learned your personality trait. But prior to that, you just do it automatically. It was second nature to you, I believe.
Yeah,
you know, somebody is crying there and you're like, hey, mazee msee amelia sana jo, hata wewe umeanza handkerchief kalikuwa side gani ya mfuko.
What's wrong with me?
Exactly.
And I like what you're saying, because if you do not necessarily understand who you are, at the end of the day, you'll start copying everyone else. You know, as you try to be like everybody else. And you lose yourself. You know, you lose yourself, and by the time you're trying to identify yourself, I mean, if you are an extrovert and you want to be all jumpy and everything else, manze mifupa zishakauka, kila kitu, you know, while you could have done so much, and maybe if, as you are rightly putting it, my intuition, you know. That, like, instead of being there and trying to be able to get people and to see how you can be able to add even quality within the community, you end up becoming everybody else, and you lose yourself, and possibly somebody else will have been helped because you identify and you know who you are.
Very true.
I think that's one issue we have in our society today. People don't want to know who they are, and they end up being swayed by the wind. This wind comes here, we are swayed something from the west, something from the east, and it becomes a problem. People don't know how to handle their challenges because they don't know who they are, and there's strength inside you to tackle whatever is coming your way.
Truth.
Truth. Beautiful.
Apparently, let me just throw Ricky a couple. I feel like chokoza. No, I was just looking at people who share the same personality trait, like Ricky. So we have Will Smith, our controversial. We are still going back to Will Smith because this guy, we like
Will Smith before he slaps.
Yes, before. Exactly. But you see,
he was standing out for somebody.
Exactly, he was defending somebody. So you see, it's the same thing. He's defending somebody.
And he later came to apologize.
Yes, exactly. Okay, like Ricky said, anaruka kwanza alafu anajiuliza kwa nini niliruka na nilikuwa nikiruka kwa nini? See, the trait is there. Then we have Fidel Castro. Cuban president, okay, they call him dictator, but Cuban president. This guy stood for his people. Mpaka dakika ya mwisho, he was there totally. He was like, these are my people, ninafanya hivi, shauri yenu, whatever mnasema huko kwingine. I don't care. So when I look at those characters, alafu niangalie Ricky, naona lakini usikiwe dictator.
No, you see the beautiful thing with somebody like Fidel Castro, he even had every other. He made sure that the people around him, they are all catered for.
True.
No
Very
child
true.
went without going to school. And he introduced the personal doctors, where doctors go from home to home. So imagine if Kenya, we had, the home care system. Imagine if Kenya doctors would come from home to home. How many, the mortality rate would go so low.
No, but we even imported doctors from Cuba. So you are Kenya. We brought them here. So that they're here. So that actually tells you whatever this guy started off, he had the intentions. He was looking at his people. He was looking at his people. And by the apparently, Cuba, they produce a lot of sugar. They have a lot of sugar cane. That is a major crop in Cuba also.
I mean, that's why FNP, they are sweet people.
Ricky.
All sugar.
So you knowing yourself, Ricky, especially when you're dealing with young people, how are you able to assist them to know themselves so that they can better themselves, or how are you even able to encourage them know themselves better?
I think for me it is, I thank God for this personality. One, and especially I not just the young people, but also even going down to the children.
The children,
because I am able to relate with them. There were moments in my life where I asked myself, why me and why I'm going through all these things. If God had shown me that this side of leadership and things like that, oh my, I would enjoy it. Although that time you just like, God, why me take? If this cup is too heavy, take it away from me. But now, just with the question that you have asked, I am able to relate to the young person. I'm able to relate to that child because every now and then I see myself in them. I know the shoe that they are going through, and I am able to at that particular time to know if they are high, this is how high they can be able to go, and if they are low, this is why and how low they are able to go. And I'm able to ascertain there are people who hide within their laughter. You know,
True.
they laugh, but because people like us, we laugh and we enjoy and we are all up and high until you come and relax and you say that, okay, so how are you really? You know,
Yeah, true.
Instead of, you know, not the Kenyan way of niaje uko poa,
Niko poa, niko fiti.
you know, let's go.
That kind of salamu. Hi.
Like hi, yes. Because what happens if I tell you siko poa? You know.
Yeah.
And for me, I thank God that's why I come in. I come in the place of I genuinely ask the child and the young person, how are you really? And we get into the details that I understand that you might show me this high side of you, but underneath is a huge iceberg that needs to be able to just be broken down for you to be able to flow to where God wants you to be. And so for me, it really helps me to be able to understand which shoe this young person is in. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm gathering today is the ENFPs are the kind of people who ask the real questions.
The real questions. But then that's why you see they're being categorized as people-centered. So basically for them, they actually focus on you as a person. Yeah, you know, like most of the other traits, when you look at them, they are going out there, but they're not really people-centered. You know, they are playing out on the fringes, as I would call it. Yeah, from the other side. But they're not dealing with the person exactly. They're not dealing directly with the person. But we see with the EFNP, they're people-oriented, people-centered. So them, they're looking at the person and going in depth. View that person. They want to know what your problem is actually at the end of the day. Yeah. So, now what I wanted to ask Ricky now, having done the personality test, and comparing it before he knew his personality, and then after doing the personality test, what does he think about it? Are there any changes? Is it made him change his perspective somewhere?
Yeah, I can say yes. You know, because it really helps to be able to identify, you know, and like what you said earlier, where you do things for the sake of doing them. You know,
yes.
But if you understand that you're more empathetical, pardon my English, you know, or if you are more, you have intuition, and you know you are able to do this, then you, being a believer, you ask God, give me wisdom how to be able to use the personality you have granted me to be able to reach to other people. And so the personality test is really helping because you identify and you're able to make more strands. You know, as one of scholars would say, if you want to go far, go alone. But if you want to go farther, you know, be able to tag up people along.
Exactly.
And you know, and if you guys did not come along to be able to just help me with identifying the personality and being able to go through the test and everything else like that, then I believe that right now the ministry is about to go even further.
That is awesome.
So I know you had the first guest, but I want to say, let me brag a bit. On the first one with the going further with the personality.
With the personality, you're digging it in now.
Digging it in, going even further.
That
is awesome.
Exactly what is our point outside here.
Exactly, because
let's get to know ourselves, because there's beauty in knowing yourself.
Yes,
true.
You will work on yourself, and you will strengthen outside there.
Very true.
You cannot give what you don't have.
Exactly. And you see, when you know yourself, you're not trying to guess what you're supposed to do. You already know your strengths. You know your weaknesses. So you know how to handle yourself. In any situation, actually you'll be able to move. You see, like now, Ricky knowing he's an extrovert and the job he's doing, imagine him being an introvert. And then he's dealing with the youth and the kids. Imagine the chaos that will be there.
I'd be hiding more.
Exactly. But you see, because you already know you are extroverted, it becomes very easy to deal with the children. And then when you become, your intuition kicks in automatically, because that's part of who you are. Your empathy, inbuilt system. Then you perceive what these people want.
Yeah. And I would actually advise many people to do it, you know. I would totally advise many people to do it because it really helps. It really helps understanding who you are. It really helps understanding what God called you to be, it really helps understanding how far you are able to go. Because if you do not know who you are, then you are only limited by the circumstances around you, you know.
Wow, yes.
Because at the end of the day, it is whatever, just as they say, that where the wind will take you, that is where you will go,
yes.
you know. But sometimes you have to go against the grain, even knowing your personality, because you understand that this is who I am. And so if everybody else is saying, I do not care about that other person, being an EFNP, you
exactly.
know, so that I am able to understand that when everybody says do not care, you know, you're able to sit down there, get dirty, and care about somebody, because you know that is who you are, and it doesn't matter the numbers.
No,
it just what matters is that one particular person that you are able to reach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very true.
I was about to ask you to give us a parting shot.
Well, he has already parted the shot.
That is beautiful. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to add.
For me, first of all, I would like to thank you guys for an opportunity where young people are able to just come and try and understand who they really are. And I would love many people to be able to do the personality test. I'm so sure maybe within your links you can be able to tag along the link.
Yeah, I believe we can be able to share it.
Yeah,
yes.
to share the link on how people can be able to do it more. And I think it's really important. Again, if you want to go far, go alone. But if you want to go further, tag along people with you who will be able to walk with you and possibly see the things that you are not able to see, and be able to strengthen you, you know. Right now I would tell people that, you know, I'll give you a shoulder to lean on, but if there are more shoulders, then there are more people, then more people are strengthened, and we go even further, and we have a healthy nation.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Very
I believe.
true.
So.
Very true.
So there is work outside here.
Yeah.
For us to get to know who we are, so that we can be able to reach out.
How to reach out. Exactly.
But on a lighter note, we need more EFNPs so that the world becomes
I bet
more joyous, you know.
No, that
all
is too much
sugar.
energy. We need someone to control the energy. You need
We
someone
need
to
all
control the
sugar.
energy.
Don't mind the cavity, you know. That's why we have dentists.
Oh, the dentist will come in.
Okay.
Wow.
I hear you, I hear you. And we're about to wrap this up. Keep on watching, keep on subscribing, tag along your friends, watch with them, encourage them to watch and subscribe.
Yep.
And thank you so much, Percy, for being part of this.
Thank you
and
for the
your
opportunity.
support and for your prayers. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Asante Alfred.
Kama kawaida,
Kama kawaida.
nimeketi hapa. Leo nimepata kiboko changu. But we're good.
You're good.
Please subscribe. Na ninangojea comments. Hizo comments come.
So thank you guys. Thank you so much. Tuonane next time.
Can I say this? We are on fire!
Ricky!